After Piccolo's failed attempts to resurrect Goku, Whis suggests another way to bring him back. Piccolo asks Whis what he means, and Beerus states that they can gather the Super Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls far more powerful than the ones on Earth. They have the ability to grant any wish, no matter what it may be. Piccolo asks how they're supposed to gather these Dragon Balls, and Beerus begins to think. Beerus then gets an idea, and he tells Whis and Piccolo what it is. Whis can go out and gather the Super Dragon Balls, and in the meantime, Beerus will train Piccolo. Piccolo seems like a competent fighter, and he may need to increase his strength in order to bring back Goku. Piccolo agrees to this, so Whis would take Beerus and Piccolo back to Beerus World, and would then begin to search for the Super Dragon Balls. A long time would pass, and a resurrected Frieza would arrive on Earth. Frieza would still train for 4 months, just as a safety precaution, because even though Goku is dead, he has no clue how strong that Namekian is. Krillin and Tien will lead the charge against Frieza's soldiers, and Whis, Piccolo and Beerus are already on the way. Once Frieza decides to face the Earthlings himself, Piccolo arrives. Frieza smirks as he exits his chair, and he instantly transforms into his final form. Piccolo tells Frieza to leave now. He has no time for this. Frieza chuckles at Piccolo's arrogance, and he tells Piccolo that they had better pick up the pace then. An irritated Piccolo hovers in front of Frieza, getting in this fighting stance, and Frieza does the same. The battle begins, with Piccolo rushing at Frieza, landing an uppercut on the Tyrant. Frieza then backhands Piccolo, and they begin to trade blows. They are seemingly evenly matched, so Frieza suggests they take things a step further. Piccolo is intrigued, and Frieza begins powering up. Both his aura and his body turn golden, and the power up is indeed immense. Piccolo is impressed, but he can agree with Frieza on one thing. It is time to take things a step further. Piccolo begins to power up, releasing all of the God Ki from his body. His eyes turn red, and a red tint covers his body. You see, this isn't an actual transformation. The red eyes and red tint are just a stylistic choice. This is just Piccolo at his maximum power, and using all the God Ki he has in his body. Frieza is impressed at Piccolo's power, and he gets into his fighting stance once again. Piccolo does the same, and then their battle continues. Now, this may be shocking, but I actually believe Piccolo would match Frieza here in terms of power, if not surpass him. The reasoning behind this is, Piccolo has been training on Beerus World since the Buu saga. He trains under Whis, and at the times Whis goes out to look for the Super Dragon Balls, he is personally trained by Beerus. Beerus actually training Piccolo, because even though he doesn't show it, he does feel some remorse for killing Goku. So, at this point, Piccolo would probably be a God of Destruction candidate like Toppo, so I would confidently say at a minimum he matches Frieza in power. And to make it more interesting, we will say that for now. Piccolo and Frieza's battle continues, with Piccolo slowly gaining the advantage as Frieza's stamina rapidly depletes. Piccolo and Frieza begin to clash fists, shaking the Earth and surrounding planets. Piccolo and Frieza would be trading blows, however Piccolo is landing far more blows than Frieza. Frieza would be growing weaker and weaker, until eventually Piccolo knocks him out of his golden form. Frieza is terrified, and then Piccolo proceeds to slam him into the ground. Piccolo is about to finish Frieza off, but Frieza tries to blob the planet. However, Piccolo saw this coming, and he quickly throws Frieza into the sky, and kills Frieza with a special beam cannon, ending the Tyrant once and for all. Piccolo, Beerus and Whis then head back to the world of the God of Destruction, and Piccolo would continue training, preparing for the day when he can revive Goku. Piccolo and Beerus are currently training with each other when Whis arrives, saying there are some unexpected guests on the way. Champa and Vados arrive, and Beerus is visibly annoyed. Champa acknowledges that Beerus has also been gathering the Super Dragon Balls. Beerus tells Champa to cut to the chase, and Champa proposes they hold some kind of competition. The winning universe gets all the Super Dragon Balls. Beerus is reluctant, but then Piccolo suggests that the competition could be a martial arts tournament. Piccolo suggesting this because he knows that is what Goku would have done. Beerus is confident in the student's ability, so he would agree to this. Champa, believing Hit could easily beat anyone this universe has to offer, would also agree. We now skip to the tournament, with the Universe 6 team remaining the same, and the Universe 7 team consisting of Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi. Beerus believes Piccolo to be strong enough by himself, so they don't need a 5th member. Master Roshi is up first, and he faces against Botomo. Roshi would quickly realise his attacks do no damage, however with his martial arts knowledge having no single equal, Roshi would figure out how to lift Botomo off the ground and he would knock him out of the ring. Roshi would then face Frost, and even though when in his buff form he is a good match for Frost, Frost would inevitably knock him out of the ring using the poison needle. Tien would be up next, and with his superior vision, he would spot the poison needle, calling out Frost, and Frost would be disqualified. Tien would then face Vegeta and unfortunately lose to the Metal Man, leaving Krillin to face Vegeta, and luckily Krillin insults Vegeta to the point where he runs out of the ring crying. It is now time for Krillin to face Kaba, and let's just say Kaba severely overpowers him. Krillin would lose to Kaba, and now it is time for Piccolo to face him instead. Piccolo sees a lot of Goku in Kaba, and he would enjoy training him at some point, however he is the only person left on his team, and he is on a mission to revive Goku, so he ends his fight with Kaba quickly, knocking him out of the ring. It is now time for the final battle. The battle which will decide if Piccolo can revive Goku. It is time for Piccolo vs Hit. Piccolo would quickly adapt to Hit's time skip, and use his full godly power to take Hit on. Piccolo would seemingly have the advantage against Hit until Hit increases his time skip and Piccolo is no longer able to keep up. Hit would begin to beat on Piccolo and get him near the edge of the ring. Piccolo didn't expect to need to use this power, but if it is the only way to save Goku, then so be it. Beerus is watching in the stands and he smirks, knowing what Piccolo is about to do. Piccolo powers up, his body being engulfed by Hakai energy. Piccolo is now using his God of Destruction mode. This new power easily puts Piccolo far above Hit. Even with Hit increasing his time skip, Piccolo's newfound speed easily outpaces Hit. The battle was fierce, Hit increasing his time skip even more than he did in canon. However, in the end, Piccolo's power and determination to revive Goku wins him the fight, and he knocks out Hit. Zeno would arrive shortly after, and since there is no Goku, Zeno and Goku don't become friends, and after Zeno leaves, it is time to make a wish with the Super Dragon Balls. It is finally time. Piccolo tells Whis the wish, and Whis shouts the wish at Super Shenron. In the atmosphere of Earth, Goku appears and is confused on what is going on. One minute he is sacrificing himself to save the Earth, and another minute he is alive. Did he survive the attack? He doesn't even remember going to Otherworld. A second later, Piccolo, Beerus and Whis arrive. Goku instinctively gets ready to fight Beerus, seeing as the last thing he can remember is fighting Beerus, but Piccolo quickly stops him. Piccolo and Goku have a heartfelt reunion. Piccolo then explains everything that happened after Goku's death. Frieza's revival, him training on Beerus World, and only a couple of minutes ago, a tournament against another universe. Goku is trying to wrap his head around everything when Piccolo says he should come train on Beerus World with him. Goku, however, would decline. Not only does Goku have some form of grudge against Beerus for being the indirect reason of his death, but Goku just wants to settle down for a while. His life has been far from normal. He was kidnapped as a child and forcibly turned into an android. He watched his friends die. He was then controlled again by an evil wizard. And he then died for years. He needs some time to reflect on his life. Piccolo respects this, and he watches as Goku flies back down to Earth. Piccolo then heads back to Beerus' world. Unfortunately, not with Goku. Zeno would still get the idea of all the universes competing in a tournament thanks to watching the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. But still, you may think Zeno would never go through with these plans without Goku pushing him to do so. However, I believe you would be wrong once again. Since there is no Goku Black Arc, there is no future Zeno. And since there is no future Zeno, Zeno would have nobody to play with, so he would be even more bored than he was in canon. And he would then remember the idea of having all the universes fight, and thus he would get the Grand Prix to set up the tournament. Piccolo is on Beerus' world, then Beerus and Whis are informed about the tournament, and Beerus tells Piccolo he will need to gather the team. Whis and Beerus take Piccolo to Earth, and the first person they head to is Goku. Piccolo tries sensing his energy, but he quickly remembers he can't because he is an android, so he decides to head to Capsule Corp to see if Bulma knows where he is. Surprisingly, however, Piccolo finds out Goku is already at Capsule Corp. It turns out, during the time Goku was reflecting on his life, he realised how alone he is. This would eventually lead to Goku and Bulma being in a relationship, so he is currently training at Capsule Corp. Piccolo tells Goku about the situation and he needs Goku to join. They have no clue how strong the other universes will be, and Goku is the strongest person he knows. Goku thinks about it, and he would agree, wanting to protect Bulma and the rest of the universe. However, he first wants to spar with Piccolo. Piccolo agrees to this, so they both hover in the air and get into their fighting stances. They both fight in base form, with Goku's base form even surpassing Piccolo using all of his God Ki. Piccolo is impressed at Goku's growth, but isn't surprised. Piccolo decides to take it to the next level by using his God of Destruction mode, and Goku uses Kakarot. The two rushing at each other, and their battle is intense. However, Piccolo still has the advantage, but Goku still has one more trick up his sleeve. Before he died when he saved the world, he remembered temporarily accessing a power that even surpasses Kakarot. So after training all this time, and the memories of his painful past, he accessed that power once again, and even went into the time chamber to master the form. Now he can use it as if it was his base form. Piccolo is intrigued and tells Goku to go ahead. Goku goes back into his base form, and then begins to power up. Goku's hair flickers up and turns golden. Goku is now using Super Saiyan Grade 4. The two rush at each other once again, and they are truly rivals, just like old times. Piccolo is using full power, however he can't even tell if Goku is holding back. Whis stops their battle as they are wasting time, and he reminds them that they still need to find 8 other members of their team. Piccolo and Goku go around gathering more members. Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Master Roshi, a resurrected Frieza, Chiaotzu, and like Universe 6, 2 other Namekians, each one of them having half of the Namekian race within them. We now skip to the tournament, with Goku easily beating Universe 9 in base, and after Zeno erases the universe, everyone knows Zeno was not bluffing about erasing the universes. Goku would then go on to face Caulifla while he is in base, and Caulifla would be pushed into going Super Saiyan 2. Goku didn't even know that form existed, so Goku takes note of this, and when Kale goes berserk and tries to face Goku, Goku actually has the advantage in this battle, and eventually, Jiren arrives, nearly knocking Kale out of the ring. The 2 Namekians of Universe 7 would face the 2 Namekians of Universe 6, and they would be so evenly matched that all 4 Namekians would be knocked out of the ring. Piccolo and Toppo would face off, and it would become apparent to both of them that they have very similar ki. Piccolo suggests that they take this fight seriously, so Toppo agrees, and they both transform into their God of Destruction modes. At the same time, Goku begins to face off against Jiren. Goku, being far stronger than his canon counterpart, faces against Jiren, however he is still nothing compared to him. Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan, even surpassing his Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 self from canon. Even that isn't enough. Goku thinks of his fight with Caulifla, and seeing how she became a Super Saiyan 2, he tries to recreate this himself, and he indeed does, making him far stronger, and his battle with Jiren intensifies. Piccolo and Toppo continue their battle, however it is clear that Piccolo is stronger.
The two respect each other, however they both know how this is going to end, and Piccolo knocks Toppo out of the ring. Piccolo then goes to help Goku face Jiren, and with the two facing Jiren at once, he does need to exert more power. Goku knows Jiren is still holding back, and there's still one more thing he can try. Goku reverts to his base form, and then transforms into Ikari. Goku then begins to power up once again, trying to combine not just Super Saiyan, but Super Saiyan 2 with Ikari. Goku's hair first turns golden with his pupils fading, but then they return, and red hair begins to grow all over Goku's body. Goku has now unlocked Super Saiyan 4, and his power is incomprehensible. Goku doesn't know of the existence of a Super Saiyan 3, meaning there's no reason to name the form Super Saiyan 4, so Goku decides to call the form Super Ikari. Goku tells Piccolo to go take on other people. He can handle Jiren alone. Piccolo nods, flying off, and Jiren is shocked at Goku's arrogance. Don't forget, nobody can sense Goku's power because he is an android, so nobody knows how powerful this transformation truly is. This Goku in base form was stronger than his Super Saiyan Blue counterpart from canon. Multiplying that by the power of Super Saiyan 4, he could definitely beat Jiren. Even if you don't think Goku here would be Mastered Ultra Instinct level, this Goku isn't going to give Jiren the chance to transform into his Limit Breaker state anyway. So, while Goku has his intense battle with Jiren, Piccolo faces Caulifla and Kale, forcing them to fuse into Kefla. But even when they are in Super Saiyan 2, Piccolo still overpowers them. Yes, Piccolo is that strong, and this Goku in only Super Saiyan is stronger than that. Goku would eventually defeat Jiren, and quickly run around the ring, defeating all the other fighters remaining. Goku would revert to his base form shortly after, and even though he defeated Jiren and multiple weaker fighters, Piccolo is crowned the MVP. Piccolo took out multiple stronger fighters, while Goku only took out one. Piccolo would wish for all the universes to be restored, and the Mora arc doesn't even need to be covered because Super Ikari Goku or Piccolo in his God of Destruction mode would defeat him easily. Goku would eventually lose his grudge against Beerus and begin to train on Beerus World, even combining God Ki with his Super Ikari state, creating what we know as Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. So, this is where the story ends. The story that started all the way back when Goku was turned into an android. I hope you guys enjoyed both this series and the What If Goku Became a Red Ribbon Android series. And if you did, then make sure to like the video, comment what you want to see next, and please do subscribe. It is quick and easy to do. With all of that out of the way, I hope to see you all in the next video.